What is good, everybody? It is your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. How are y'all feeling today, Chicago? Chicago Bears got a win, ladies and gentlemen. Can't be happier about anything than that. The Chicago Bears got a win. Are there some problems we need to talk about? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, the Chicago Bears got a win. If you're in the live right now, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We got people in the live already. Javon Holmes, Mitch is so effing trash. Hey, we got a lot to talk about. Like the video, subscribe to the page. Before we do get to the post-game show, we want to let you know that the post-game show is brought to you by Martinelli Originals. You see this dope bear head back here? Bear down. You see this dope bear head back here? Bear down. By the way, we start every one of these off with a bear down. I need a bear down from everybody in the chat right now. Bear down. We start every one of these off with a bear down. But you see this dope bear head logo in the background. That is done by Martinelli Originals. They are going to be a sponsor for this show, hopefully for the foreseeable future. Some great people over there. We are going to be doing a giveaway. Thanks to you guys, right? Because you guys subscribed to the page. You guys showed love to the page. And we are now at 2,500 subscribers. 2,500, ladies and gentlemen. So, because of that, we're going to be doing a giveaway. Not a bear head this big, but we will be giving away some of your favorite sports logos. And we will let you know in a future video how you can do that. So make sure that you subscribe to the page and hit that bell so you can find out how you can win one of these fabulous logos for your own bar. Now let's get to this game. A lot of stuff to talk about, right? And you cannot put, as much as I dog out Mitch Trubisky, right? As much as I dog out Mitch, you cannot put all of this game on Mitch. Is there blame there? Absolutely. But you cannot put, I see people already just, oh, Mitch was missing reads. He was making a bad. No. If we're going to put what we just went through on anybody, we need to look at our wide receivers. A lot of drop passes today. A lot of drop passes. I like what I saw out of Mitch today. I'm not even going to lie to you. The second half, I'm not going to say it was great. I'm not going to say the second half was great for Mitch. But to say that I didn't like what I saw out of Mitchell Trubisky on that field today, I'd be lying to you. The first interception, I like that he's given Allen Robinson the opportunity to get that ball. I like that he's like, I trust my wide receiver enough. I'm going to give this to him in a one-on-one situation, 50-50 ball. It gets tipped up. Hey, that's going to happen. Second interception, I don't like that throw. You're making Allen Robinson come back to the ball, trying to get it over the receiver. You got to put it in a spot where he can get it and nobody can get it. I don't like that throw. But that first one, I don't put that on Mitch. So I'm not putting this game on Mitchell Trubisky. I'm not putting the struggle that we went through on Mitchell Trubisky. Does he have some blame there? Absolutely. But I see people already looking to go at Mitch. And I can on this one. Now, what did we see that was good in this game? Listen, Robert Quinn looked pretty good, causing that turnover early. I like seeing Robert Quinn on that line. That defensive line, I know it didn't generate probably sacks at the timely fashion that we would have wanted it to in that second half. I'd love to see a lot more sacks there. But you gotta look at what these guys did to Daniel Jones in that run game today. They were in his face all day. They made him. Daniel Jones played above what we've seen him do. Daniel Jones played above what we've seen him do because Khalil Mack was in that backfield all day. Khalil Mack was in that backfield all day. If you're in the live right now, please like the video. Subscribe to the page. Khalil Mack was in that backfield all day. I want to see that defensive energy stay high, though. When I look at this game, I really enjoyed seeing how the offense, even though it didn't translate to points, was moving that ball and keeping our defense off the field. There was no excuse for the defense to play how they played in that second half, basically getting kind of chopped up. You know what I'm saying? They got kind of chopped up, but at the end of the day, 13 points, ladies and gentlemen. 13 points. 13 points. This game should not have been close. The offense is improved, but there are still issues. 13 points. We come out of it with a win, bear down. We come out of it with a win, though. Are there things this Bears team needs to improve on? Absolutely. But this defense gave up 13 points. Can you play like you played in that second half going into the next game? I don't think so. But you got the win today. Improve upon it. This offense, let's be honest, if we look at the offense from week 1 to the offense in week 2, this offense has drastically improved. And I think a lot of people are still just getting into football shape. Still just getting into that feeling. You know what I'm saying? We saw a lot of injuries today. But if I have to look at what I saw from week 1 to week 2, I have to say that this team did improve. This offense did improve. With Robert Quinn out there, this defense did improve. Luca Rosano in the live. What's good, my boy? Appreciate you for joining. Ringo in the live. Tell your mamas to tell your mamas. Let's go to you guys. Let's check out some comments. Jordan Clemens, bear down. Mitch with the sleight of hand. Showed some promise in the first half and then took it away in the second. I don't know why I fooled myself into thinking he would amass 300 yards passing with W as a W, though. Here's your thing. Here's the thing with Mitch. Here's the thing with Mitch to me. You have to make it so that he can't mess things up. Too many times in this game, we saw David Montgomery being fed the ball, and then you took it away. Why are you taking it away? Why are you taking it away? I understand Mitch was playing a good game. I understand you want to keep his confidence high. But you want to keep the Giants out of this game? You allow David Montgomery to chop this team up like he was doing. You let him get going. You have to let him get going. You have to let him get going. You have to allow David Montgomery to do what he does best and basically beat the heck out of these defenders until the point where they're tired at the end of the game. I like that we're making an effort to run the ball, but we have to continuously put the defense on their heels when we're in situations like 3rd and 1. Don't be passing there. I understand the mindset of it. I understand that it's not just a 1-yard game. I understand that. I understand that it's not just a 1-yard game. Because you're probably, about 5 yards deep? So it's probably like an 8 or 9 yard that he has to go. I understand that. But I also understand that I was watching David Montgomery destroy the people standing in front of him. I also understand that I was watching David Montgomery literally bounce off of defenders as he was going through the hole. Feed that man the ball. Do not allow Mitch to be. This is the thing. If Mitch is having a good game, that's great. I love it. I'm so happy that we got Mitch having a good game. I love to see that, but don't let him be the reason something happens. Don't continuously go to him in situations that he doesn't need to be used in. There's a lot of improvement on this team that needs to come. from all aspects. The play calling has to be better. I like a lot of what Matt Nagy called, but there's certain times in this game where Matt Nagy, what he was calling was terrible. The sweep play to Cordero Patterson on 3rd and 1. Why are you taking David Montgomery out of the game in that situation? Give David Montgomery the ball. Continue to feed this man. He is your offense right now. And allow Mitch to be successful based off of that. You allow Mitch to be successful based off of that. I saw a lot of good things out of Mitch today, though. I saw a lot of good things. I saw a lot of promising things. Do I think that Mitch is going to be a top quarterback in the league this season? No. I still wouldn't say my faith's in him, but I saw a lot of good things out of him. I saw him keeping plays alive with his feet. I saw him using his arm. Now, I don't understand what was going on with the spiral today. Horrible spirals from Mitch. Horrible spirals from Mitch. Horrible spirals from Mitch. Like, I thought I was out there playing quarterback on some of those throws. But he kept plays alive with his feet. He kept that defense off balance. He did some good things today. Give the man credit. Give the man credit. DeMario 19, robbed Bojack, pick 6. That was pass interference, bro. That was pass interference. I hated to say it, but it was pass interference. Sleeping Angels, right, lackluster. We played in the second half of our defense did. Okay. I'm assuming you're saying that the defense played pretty lackluster in the second half. Joseph Alvarez, Trubisky went off. I wouldn't go that far. Baki in the live. What's good, my boy? Play calling. Why you have Patterson running plays when Montgomery is getting money running the ball? Exactly. Absolutely. 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 There's no reason Montgomery should be off the field for more than one play. Absolutely. I agree with you. I fully agree with you. Jordan Clemens. Oh, and please speak on Danny Trevathan for a sec. He looks at the beginning of the end. Very timid, less aggressive. And the tackling, speed on 50. I don't know if the arm brace, but I'm wishing KPL was here. As much as lackluster as the defense was today, it's very hard for me to lambaste someone who gives up 13 points. Now, were there spots where they definitely needed to improve? Yeah, I think the middle of the field was a problem. And we can't just call out Danny Trevathan on this. Where the heck is Roquan Smith? What's he doing? We can't just call out Danny Trevathan on that. We gotta look at Roquan as well. What's going on there? But this defense gave up 13 points, put you in a position to win. Your offense has to put points on the board. I'm sorry. This should not have been a close game. We should not have been holding our breath at the end of the game. This should not have come down to an offensive pass interference call. You've beaten two very bad teams. You've beaten two very bad teams, respectfully. I don't think you can play this way versus good defenses, good offenses, and think that you're going to walk out of there with the W. Now, the Bears are 2-0 at the end of the day. A win is a win. Jonathan Stewart in the live. A win is a win. Bears are 2-0 at the end of the day. There's a lot of things we need to improve on. A lot of things we need to improve on. Where does this team go from here? How do we build from here? How do we build from here? How do we get to the point where we are dominating those other teams? How do we build from here? If you're in the live right now, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports weekly. How do you build from here? Got to stop dropping passes. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. To me, the biggest thing that killed the Bears today was drop passes. Mitch throws a dot to Anthony Miller in the end zone. He drops it. Mitch throws another dot to Anthony Miller on the sideline to keep a drive going. He drops it. A-Mill was our savior last week. This week, he didn't look very good. I think we need to look Darnell Mooney's way a little bit more. He looks like he's got sure hands. By the way, let's get Bobby Massey out wide. Bobby Massey was able to secure a catch to keep the drive going. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Bobby Massey out wide. I didn't see a lot out of our big name playmakers today. A-Rob, I didn't see a lot out of A-Rob. I need to see more from these guys. How do we improve? Let me know in the comments. How does this Bears team take the next step so that we don't have to worry about them losing to the Atlanta Falcons? Got Atlanta next week. That's a tough team to beat. They just beat up on Dallas. David Montgomery, 16 rushes for 82 yards today. Keep feeding this man. Keep feeding this man. I like that Cordero Patterson's involved in the run game. I like that Tariq Cohen's getting involved. But keep feeding David Montgomery. He should not be off the field for more than one play at a time to get some breath. Mitch, 18 for 28, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 4 sacks. A lot of those sacks Mitch can't take either. But I saw things from Mitch I like today. Mari Lawrence, Falcons. So, wait, did the Falcons lose that game? I was so focused on the Bears, I didn't even look. Did the Falcons end up losing that game? Yo, they lost. That's wild. That's wild. Oh, wow. I didn't even see that. I'm sitting here talking about, but I mean, the point still stands. You're not going to be able to play like you did against the Falcons and do what you and think you're going to come out of there with a win. But that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Let me know in the comments. What do you think this Bears team needs to do to improve so that we can beat those good teams? Yeah, receiving. Allen Robinson, three receptions for 33 yards. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. And maybe it's the contract situation. Maybe that's hanging over his head. Maybe his mind wasn't in it, but that's not good enough. But Bears did a good job of spreading the ball around, but you got to be better. You got to be better. Darnell Mooney, 3 receptions for 36 yards. Allen Robinson, 3 receptions for 33. Jimmy Graham, 1 reception for 18. Javon Wims, 2 receptions for 17. You got to be better. You got to be better. And it's not like the balls weren't there. Mitch threw the ball 28 times. It's not like the balls weren't there. A lot of drop passes. Jonathan Stewart, consistency at receiving first and foremost. Absolutely. It's big. Like for Tyshawn, they have to make catches, stop dropping the ball. Nagy has to keep the ball in Montgomery's hands, get tight ends going. Front 7 of the defense, not including Quinn or Mack, have to get more pressure. I think there was a lot of pressure today. I think in that second half, we didn't see a ton of sacks. But listen, there was pressure around Daniel Jones. He was having to move. Absolutely. And here's another big one. Shout out to Jonathan Stewart in the comments for this one. Push the ball down the field, more deep plays. Yes. These side-to-side long runs that are basically just passes. I mean, these side-to-side long passes that are basically just runs. What are we doing? I understand if they work sometimes when you get Cordero Patterson in space. That's great. I would love to see that. But you can't run that 7-8 times a game. Come on now. What are we doing? Amari Lawrence utilized the tight end more. We shied away from him today. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. There's a lot that this offense needs to improve upon. But a win is a win. And I hate to be on here seeming like I'm talking down to the Bears after coming out with a win, but there was a lot that I saw that I'm like, we should not be this close to a very bad Giants team. Now, do I think that this Giants team is going to fight week in and week out? Yeah, I think they're going to be like what was that, Miami last season, where every week you're thinking you're supposed to just dog walk them, and it's a fight week in and week out. Is that Miami or Jacksonville? One of those two. You're thinking you're supposed to just dog walk them. It was Jacksonville for sure. Jerry Quirv, Packers will clobber this team. This Bears defense is still pretty good. But you got to be able to put up points in this league. I'm sorry. You got to be able to put up points in this league. You have to be able to put up points in this league. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. And this offense they're doing better. They're keeping the defense off of the field. They're having long drives, but the drives are ending in field goals and missed field goals at that. That's a big problem. You got to put touchdowns up to win in this league. You have a defense that is holding teams to 13 points. And has this defense been perfect through 2 weeks? Absolutely not. But you have a defense that is holding teams to 13 points, and we're holding our breaths at the end of games because you can't put up more than 17. That is a joke. That is a joke. I need to see more from this offense. Joseph Alvarez, I do feel like the Bears are trying to move on from Robinson and giving other receivers a chance to play more. Miller seems to be taking more of the spotlight from A-Rob. When you look at the Allen Robinson situation, to me, you can't allow. I mean, the problem is A-Rob has none of the leverage. Like I thought A-Rob had more of the leverage, but I didn't realize that the Bears also still had the franchise tag that they can throw on him. So, or I didn't think about the fact that the Bears had the franchise tag that they still could throw on him. So, he really has no leverage. He really has no leverage here. So, you got to get this deal done. And from what I'm hearing, A-Rob's looking to get 18 mil. And the Bears are looking to pay him about 16. Do I think that A-Rob's an $18 million a year guy? Maybe. They'd be pushing it, but maybe. I'd pay him 18 mil for everything around what he also does on the field. Because on the field, we know that he's a 1,000+ yard receiver every year. But I would pay him 18 mil for more for what he does around with the team. You know, like we know he's loved in that locker room. We know that his teammates love him. We know that he's a leader on this team. Those are the things that you give him that extra $2 million bump for. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that I would want to see that you give him that extra $2 million bump for. But the Chicago Bears come away with a win, ladies and gentlemen. 17-13 over the New York Giants today. Final thoughts on the game. Let me know your final thoughts on the game in the comments here. Gonna be getting off of here in about 5 minutes. Let me know your final thoughts on the game here, and then we'll do a preview to Atlanta. My final thoughts on this game. When I look at this team, I saw things that looked better. I saw Mitch looking better. I saw a defensive front that looked better. Khalil Mack was in the backfield all day. Ended up coming away with, I believe, a sack and a half, I want to say. Let me see if that shows up. I believe he ended up with a sack and a half. K-Mac. Yeah, he's got a sack and an assist. So I love what I'm seeing out of that front seven. I can see this continuing to be better, continuing to get better. And I think that this Bears team will continue to improve because I think that everybody's still getting into playing shape. Like I said, we saw the devastating injury to Saquon where he goes out with an MCL. We saw that tough injury where I thought David Montgomery, by the way, who is a animal, gets dropped on his neck and comes back out. I thought that he was seriously hurt. I'm glad to see that he's okay. But to me, when I look at this game, the story of the game to me is, one, your defense is giving you every opportunity to dominate teams. This offense has to take it. Mitch was better. Mitch was not good. Well, I should say he was not great. He was pretty good. I'll give him pretty good. I'll give him pretty good. Mitch was better. He was hitting guys in the hands. There was a lot of dropped balls from receivers. But I like what I'm seeing. I like the long drives. You know what I'm saying? I really feel that this offense is moving in the right direction. The question is, what is the ceiling for it? What is the ceiling for this offense? If you're in the live right now, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We talk Chicago Sports Weekly. What is the ceiling for this team with Mitchell Trubisky? What is the ceiling? Because if the ceiling is 17 to 24 points a game, we're in trouble. We're going to be in trouble most games. Atlanta put up 39 today. Or Atlanta put up 39 today and lost. Atlanta put up 39 points today and lost. This is an offensive league. You got to be better. You've got to be better. Joseph Alvarez. No, I read that one already. Jonathan Stewart, clutch win, but we got to be more aggressive. Agreed. Baki. Bears should have finished them earlier. Got to finish drives offensively. Absolutely. Both statements are very factual. Both statements are super factual because it all rests on this offense. This season all rests on this offense. It kind of all rests on Trubisky's shoulders, and that's why I say you have to look at just continuously become a run team. Become the Tennessee Titans. If you got David Montgomery rolling like that, become the Tennessee Titans. Because you can win games that way. We don't need Mitch to throw it 60 times to win games. As long as the throws he makes are on point, and we just need our receivers to come down with it. Looking ahead to this matchup versus Atlanta, a very, very tough game in my opinion. Matty Ice. Julio Jones. Todd Gurley. Now the Bears' run defense did look better today. Did a good job today. But man, you've got some names on the other side of that ball. You've got some guys that can sling that pill. Calvin Ridley. I forgot about Calvin Ridley. Mary Kennedy in the live. After Monty's runs, where's the play action? Could have seen a little more play action. Maybe that's something we see big next week. Versus the Falcons. Because listen, when you are going into this game, you're going up against teams now that put up points, that put up yards. It's not even close. When I'm looking at these offensive stats here, it's not even close, y'all. Right now, through 2 games, the Falcons have put up 506 yards. Bears have put up 363. Passing yards, 434. 214 passing yards per game. That's the averages right now. 214. Now, the Bears are dominating in rushing yards. 150 rushing yards a game, 72. Now, this is only through 2 games, ladies and gentlemen, so it's going to be a little bit skewed, but next week's a tough game. Next week is a tough game. And you got to figure out, is this Bears defense going to be able to keep Atlanta to a low score? I think they can. I think they can. But I don't know if the offense can match that. We haven't seen that yet. That's what I need to see. I need to see Mitch Trubisky play a full game. That's the most important thing I can see right now. I need to see Mitchell Trubisky play a full game. We've seen him play a good first half, and we've seen him play a good fourth quarter. I need to see him play a full game. That's the one thing we haven't seen yet. From beginning to end, I need to see him dotting up his receivers. I need to see this Bears offense play a full game. I'm not going to just put it on Mitch because I think Mitch had some good throws in that second half as well. I need to see this Bears offense play a full game. I haven't seen that yet. I have not seen this Bears offense play from beginning to end and literally dominate the team on the other side of the ball. I have not seen that yet. Now, do I think they're moving in the right direction? Yeah, I think there's some good stuff there, but we need to see it more consistently. We can't have these droughts. We can't have these long droughts. There's going to be droughts. You can't have these long droughts where it's the entire second half. You had one great drive in the second half. One great drive. And the rest was nothing. Mid. His defense bailed you out, and it wasn't playing at its finest. We got a lot to work on next week, Chicago, but I do believe that our team is moving in the right direction. I do believe there's some good things for us to see, and I think that we are going to be looking at a tough game next week. If I were to predict it, I would probably say that's where the Bears are going to get their first loss. I don't really remember what I predicted at the beginning of the season or before the season when I did my prediction video, but I would probably say next week is probably when the Bears are going to get their first loss because they're going to see a dynamic offense. And we don't have an offense that can match it right now. But I am going to get up out of here. It is your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you check out Martinelli Original and stay tuned to see how you can win one of these Chicago Bears, Chicago Bulls, Chicago White Sox, whatever team you prefer, logos for your nice living room, front room, bar, wherever you want to put it, really, wherever you want to put it. I got two in here. I got a Bulls one. I got a Bears one. So we're going to have a lot of action. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the support that everybody has shown. I am going to get up out of here. It is your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out of Chicago. Peace.